So, the letter W, as you will hopefully find out throughout my talk, is a bit like driving on the wrong side of the road, depending on what country you live in. But don't worry, it is fun. You will see the letter that comes before X, Y, and Z. We're not Americans. Or if we were in the 18th century, it'd be Izzard. So the phonetic alphabet needs 4 symbols to talk about the letter W. The voiced labio-velar approximant and the voiceless labialized velar approximant, which is complicated ways of saying hard W and soft W. The letter W originated in Proto-Indo-European, which is what the people who built Stonehenge spoke. So what do we mean by the letter W? They had 4 letters that give us the modern W. My favorite is the KW. So in English, that gives us words like where, who, why, when. But in Spanish, it gives us que, cual, cuando. In German, it gives us wo, was, wann. In Italian, it gives us chi or che cosa. Or in French, qui, quand, que. So the W band, which was the rubbishest boy band ever, was languages which has W words as native words. So this map shows us words that came from vodder in Proto-Indo-European, they are the blue ones, or hekwa, which was the yellow and blue ones. And this shows the evolution of those words. Welsh was the odd man out of that debate. It didn't decide to have hekwa or wadder. It decided to have dubros, which meant deep. And I think this is the most important thing to take from that, is that it tells us a lot about national proclivities as well. So another one of my favorite Proto-Indo-European words gives us wheel. So that was quechua in Proto-Indo-European, and there are more than 50 words in various languages across the world that derive from that one word that gives us wheel. It gives us cilch in Welsh, it gives us cyclo in words that originate in Latin. So on to how we write the letter W. It came from an old letter in the Phoenician alphabet called W, but it also gave us, to complicate matters, F, Y, U, W, and V. So this map is the Holy Roman Empire, and it's overlaid with all of the inscriptions that have been found in Europe that were written in Latin. And as you can see, it's completely contiguous with where the Romans conquered. But there was another alphabet, we call it runes, it was called futhark, and just to complicate things, W looked like a letter P, and it also moonlighted as a V. But there was another alphabet that we used here in the western parts of Britain and in Ireland called Ogham, and the letter W looked like an F, and it moonlighted as a W. So, Charlemagne, who was, when he wasn't holding up really, really heavy buildings, he was an illiterate leader who was really great, which made him the opposite of Donald Trump. And he sent his scribes out, and they did conquer Germany, which is in the W band. So that's why they developed a symbol called 2 U's, which gives us the W in English. Guillaume the Conqueror, or William the Conqueror, brought that over to Britain in 1066. He also brought wine, he also brought castles, and he brought back the Latin alphabet. But these 5 runes remained until the 1400s. As you can see, the P there for the W. The first Bible that was written in English, you can see in 1395, that was still using thorn for TH, but by 1526, the first printed Bible, it looks like modern English, and the win had disappeared. The first book ever printed in English, The Tales of Troy, that W was taken from Dutch handwriting, which is where Caxton had to go and get his book printed. These 2 quotes, which I won't read to you, but they have shown that it was only by 1755 did the letter W finally cement its place in the English language, but it had dropped out in all Romance languages and other languages across Europe. But W had its revenge in the World Wide Web, and Swedish had to introduce W into their language in 2006, and it is the longest abbreviation, 9 syllables for a 3-letter acronym. So thank you very much.